Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, the last day of the April 2025. Let's take a look what do we have in the economic calendar for today. So overnight data, quite busy day. We got retail sales and industrial production data from Japan. Both are below the expectations. We got the CPI data from the Australia together with the business confidence. CPI beats the expectations of 2.3% with the 2.4% actual number. Private sector credit and treatment mean CPI ups to 0.7%. Data from China. Chinese composite PMI 50.2, manufacturing PMI way below the expectations, non-manufacturing PMI way below the expectations, but the CAC manufacturing PMI a little bit up to 50.4, but better than the forecast of 49.7, but worse than the previous number of 51.2. We are still waiting for the other data, but now we got the French GDP. 0.8%, a little bit better than expected. German retail sales minus 0.2%, so they deteriorate, but not that much. And we are still waiting for the French CPI, for the KOF leading indicators data from Switzerland. This is scheduled for release at 9 o'clock. Then we got the data from the German economy. Again, unemployment rate, unemployment change, and German GDP. All of this data are scheduled to 10 o'clock or 5 to 10 o'clock. Then at the same time we got CPI data from Poland. Then we got the Italian CPI at 11 o'clock, and at the end of the European data, Eurozone data, we got GDP from the Eurozone. This GDP is scheduled for release at 11 o'clock, and the market participants expect a drop from 1.2% to 1%. During the London session was ended, so we got now a US session. During the US session, we got German CPI data scheduled for release at 2 o'clock. Then 15 minutes later, we got ADP Nonfarm employment change from the US, obviously. Then we got the GDP data and employment cost index. At the same time, we got GDP data from Canada. Then we got the Chicago PMI data from the US. At 4 o'clock we got core PCE price index and the other data, pending home sales and personal spending. 30 minutes later we got crude oil inventories and Cushing crude oil inventories, and then at the end of the day we got Atlanta Fed GDP now at 7 o'clock, and that's it. Basically that's about the last day of the April. As you can see, very busy day with the data releases from Japan, from Australia, from the Eurozone, from the Canada, from the US, obviously. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. Let me just figure it out what's going on the charts, and we start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar is apparently back inside of the range. Not much is going on here. Volatility is very low. There's not much to say here because the market is not doing much whatsoever. Let me just change this zone a little bit. We are going to increase it towards the level of 1.1425. Now the zone is a little bit bigger. The zone is a little bit better. Maybe this level here, 1.1440, would be a little bit better. So the zone expanded, but as you can see, we're going up and down, just enough to make some kind of a movement, but the volatility is almost non-existing, very low. Let's take a look what's going on in Australia. We got the bunch of the Australian data. Let me change the outlook for daily time frame chart, and we can still see this big reversal back towards the level of 0.44. Right, so now we got some kind of a internal technical resistance for the market that was violated, 6,440. So I will mark it red. Yesterday, today's high was 12 pips higher right? So that's not that bad, but it looks like the market wants to reverse again, because that's supposed to be some sort of the major level in the past as well. All right, and when we hit this this level, there is just a moment, brief moment of movement above the level, and this level, what I'm referring to, is 6,411, and then the market moved lower again. Right, so it looks like we got the repetition of the same situation. 6,347 is the technical support. Intraday technical support. Any breakout lower opens the road towards the 100 periods moving average located at 6,285. Nevertheless, momentum remains positive, quite strong, 57 points. So only a breakout below this the technical support might, of course, be some kind of a trigger to move even lower. We got some data from China, so let's take a look at gold. We are going to switch to 4-hour time frame chart. As you can see, the gold doesn't actually do much. Again, we are locked. Let me just change this level as we did before for the previous markets. Let me just change this level for the zone that is located here. 3,367. This is the zone that right now the gold is trading within. So this is the range bounded market, around 38% of the Fibonacci retracement. Please note that there's still 50 and 61% Fibonacci retracement here on this chart as well. We got some data from Japan, so let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, and we can see that the market was rejected from the supply zone. 144.04 was the highest price recorded for this market before we got the downside movement, downside correction towards the level of 141.99. so there is a technical support down there. We are trading back below the 100 periods moving average. Momentum is right now testing the level of 50, but the bears managed to break below the level of 50 down towards 40. Now they are testing back the level of a 50. If there's any resumption of the downside movement, and if technical support is violated, definitely momentum has a room to go lower, and the price obviously might even hit 139.90 at some point of the time. Only a sustained breakout above our supply zone, you got it on your screen, this is the pink rectangle, might change the current outlook to more bullish, obviously. All right, and last but not least, the Bitcoin. The 4-hour time frame chart is showing very interesting situation here on the Bitcoin, as we keep oscillating around this recent local technical resistance, and there's extreme high 95,751. so there is less than $5,000 to the 100,000 level again. However, the momentum is not really improving whatsoever. So we got this hovering here around our technical resistance, but the market doesn't actually want to break higher and test the 100,000 level. Low volatility, this kind of a market is called again the range bounded market. So we got the range from 95,751, and of course the local low, extreme low, is 92,728. Only a sustained breakout below this level might might provoke bears to test the old supply zone. Now it's going to be the demand zone. However, it looks like the momentum is still positive. It's not strong, but it's still positive, so we might see some kind of a movement to the upside sooner or later on the Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.